Hi, everyone. Bob the Canadian / RompSteel here. So today I'm experimenting with live recording. I asked in a video recently if you guys prefer if I do it live while I'm playing versus reviews, and the response was pretty 50-50, which I think makes sense because they both obviously have their upsides and downsides. So as I'm experimenting anyway, I'm going to try a live recording for this one. So this is a league game with Prince Fox, so League Tier 1. So naturally, we'd both like to win it. Not quite with the same, what's the word? I don't quite want to say glory, because the league definitely has its own glory. I don't know, not quite the same vibe as World Tournament anyway. But still obviously we'd like to win. Yeah, so we haven't played either of the matches yet, so I'm not sure which side we're going to play yet. I feel more like playing Shadow right now anyway. Being the Canadian that I am, though, I have to be polite and ask first if he has any preference too. Most of the time, people say no, but sometimes people also have a preference. So it's nice if you both happen to have the same preference, then that's just great. Then life is good. Okay, so he's got his 2 tokens. Let's put these tokens out here for the cities. I'm not in love with the cards I started out with, not in hate with them either. Well, 0, I start. I roll none, but that is a good... Okay, he gets 2 movement. That's okay. I'm at peace with this. I got, plenty of musters and army movement, though, so it's the usual off to the races for the military kind of start, anyway. Okay, so obviously we're going to get Saruman this turn. That's kind of just a given. It's interesting. If I got Saruman right now, he could separate Gandalf and then crown him as Gandalf the White. Crown him, that's not the right word, but you know what I mean. I guess I'll draw a strategy card, just in case that's like orcs multiplying again or something. Deadly Strife is nice too. I like that. Okay, Mordor to war, I guess. We could also walk armies 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2. Yeah, I think okay, so one of these is for Saruman to come in. I think we'll get Sauron to war with this one. Fellowship moves, obviously safe. I'll plug along my armies. Doing the usual. I'm expecting he'll move again. Then the question is always, do you use a ring to move an extra time on these 0 eyes turns? My conclusion at the end of my thoughts anyway is that it's generally better not to, simply because of reasons. Okay, Celeborn's great. I can probably give up on Lorien already then. I don't know. I think if I were him, I would do the usual army movements, Carrick Old Forest Road, and those guys to West Emnet. Yep, I think that makes sense. So in comes Saruman. And at least we have 8 dice for next turn. That's not a brilliant start for me. Mainly just the fact that he had Celeborn, makes Lorien already a very unappetizing target. But at least I got Saruman and I got some army movements done. And he, still has Gandalf in the Fellowship, so he's less likely to get Gandalf the White this turn. Especially if he only rolls 1 movement, no Will's the West. That makes it much less likely. In theory, if he had Mirror of Galadriel, he could still kill Gandalf, then use a ring to get Gandalf the White this turn. But it's, not that likely you get hit on 2 dice anyway. So, okay. I have 6 dice, 4 attacks, 1 muster, and then these 2 Palantirs. So I do have Ring Wraiths Abroad, which is nice. So I kind of have 5 attacks. So I could go 1, 2, 3, for 5, and I can get Woodland Realm under siege. So I like that idea. I like it very much. And I have 2 partial movements to do here. So I'm not sure which I like better. I think I like moving the Easterlings to Umbar rather than moving this army out to Dimroll Dale. That was the plan before, but I'm not really that excited about putting Lorien under siege anymore. Yeah, neatly with his 2 tokens and muster, he could get the Elves to War this turn, but since I'm getting the Elves to War, since I'm getting Woodland Realm under siege, I don't really care if you have the Elves to War. If anything, please do that so that I can get the Black Captain. So I will, proceed with plan this. And I'm going to save Ringwraiths Are Abroad for the turn where I pivot all the Nazgul leadership and attack Old Forest Road, just so it's a little more of a surprise, Okay, he is mustering the Elves. Oh, that's ugly. And he had scouts. That's a bummer. Now, he could use the token to get the Elves to War, but I'm just going to put, Woodland Realm under siege anyway. So, and he's hit, surprisingly enough, and it's a 1. I think a reveal would have been nice there anyway. I'm going to pause the recording for a moment. Okay, and we're back. So I can't remember where I stopped recording. I had to just drop it for work for a moment. So he used the token to muster the Elves to War. After I attacked Old Forest Road, he scouts into Woodland Realms. That's obviously nice for him. So he used the token to put the Elves to War because I just had 2 Palantirs. So it's unlucky for him that I had Ringwraiths Are Abroad and was able to put Woodland Realm under siege. So next turn I get the Witch King anyway. That's nice. And then he used his hybrid die to move. What did he do his second move? Oh, I see. That's what he did for second movement. I think a Chuck King is revealed here, right? Yeah, that seems like the obvious choice to me. Okay, so have to put in 1 eye, and then we roll a perfectly pleasant roll. That's very nice. And he rolls only 1 movement, so that's great. So, right, he moved, and he got hit with the 1, and he took the Corruption instead of... what do you call it? Words. Oh, come on. And he got Thranduil? That's not cool. I guess the action dice have been pretty in my favor thus far, so that's something anyway. Like the fact that he's only rolled 4 movement, and I haven't rolled a lot of eyes, that is nice. It is absolutely a bummer that, he's got Celeborn, Power 2 Great, Thranduil. Those are, possibly the 3 best strategy cards to pick up to start the game off with anyway. So I'm quite tempted to bring in the Witch King. Obviously, I'm bringing in the Witch King. But then I've got 5 attacks. What do I do with them? So if I go ahead and attack Woodland Realm, as I'm certainly tempted to do, then I'm going to put the North to War, and then he can muster in Dale. And I really would rather not allow that. So I think I'm going to... The fact that he doesn't have a hybrid die is nice anyway. That means I can probably catch this regular and leader here out. Or he'd have to spend a ring to get them into Erebor anyway, so that's that. Geez, what am I doing here? He just drew 2 strategy cards, though, so I'm kind of tempted to walk on Dale right now just in case he just picked up King Brand. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, actually. What do I do with the other half movement, though, is the other question then. Jeepers. Because I don't want to move these Southern units yet. You know, I want to... I don't know. I want to leave them there until after I've played many kings to the service of Mordor, because that's the most efficient way to do it, right? Okay. The other question is, how many troops do I take versus how many do I leave? I think I want to take like the main Nazgul force because I want to be able to attack Withered Heath and kill them. But I think I want to leave, enough troops here that it's not pleasant for him to sortie and retake Woodland Realm anyway. So I think I leave 5 orcs and I take 4 orcs and a troll and the Nazgul and put them here. But on the other hand, what are the odds he just picked up? Man, it's tough choices here because I could also walk these orcs from Mount Gundabad and then take out both these settlements at the same time so that he doesn't get to muster in that way. But if he has Grimbeorn or King Brand's men, then he's going to make my life highly obnoxious. So I think, okay, I'll gamble for pleasantness anyway, and I'll walk this army there, that army there. Yeah. I hope he doesn't have either of those because he's already picked up perfect strategy cards so far. So, man, I knew it too. I knew it. And I didn't do it. That's so bad. That's so frustrating. Okay. Yeah, that is crazy frustrating. If I had a swarm of bats, that would be fine. But the fact that I don't have swarm of bats means that I'm going to attack this leadership and it's going to escape to Erebor anyway. Oh, and now, of course, I have to attack Dale. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is bad. I gambled that his cards would finally stop being perfect, and it bit me. It bit me quite hard. Okay, well, it can't get any worse, right? In comes the Witch King. At least he can't move a lot. That's something, anyway. So I think I'd rather attack Dale. Yeah, I got to attack Dale first, just so that he can't muster in more there, right? But I almost want to leave that till the end, just so that he can't muster in Carrick, just to be a pain. I could also just take Carrick, let him muster in Dale once, then attack Dale, let him retreat to Erebor, and let Erebor be pretty much perfectly defended and unassailable, and just keep my 3 points for the dew line, and then take my military elsewhere. That's not a terrible choice. The downside is that the elves are already at war. Man, this is not a fun start for military. This is downright unpleasant, I dare say. I could maybe start walking this army out too, and then go swoop down on Rohan. That's always an option. I'm just going to curse for a while. That's okay. Curse. Well, on the plus side, at least I have, 9 dice to his 4 for next turn, too. So that's something. No, I think it is better to attack Dale first. But now I want to cycle a card, and now I don't know what card to cycle. Erg. 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 Okay. I was expecting another scouts, to be honest. Lol, I just roll 3 1s against his confusion. Man, what the heck? What is this game so far? Oh, this is so bad. Yeah, exclamation mark. So putting all 3 of them there makes me think he probably already has Dane now anyway. I think I'm going to take it with just a regular, and then I don't know. Hopefully, I'll attack those 3 and at least make them run away to Erebor. I don't know. Interesting. He passes. I was really expecting him to muster in Carrick. Oh well, that's something. At least I get to take Carrick without him making it any bigger of a deal than it needed to be. So. Dodge moves. Safe this time. Excuse me. I'm tempted to play Rage of the Dunlendings against Withered Heath just to cycle strategy cards, but what am I cycling for? You know? I don't know if that even makes sense. I guess I'm cycling for Corsairs. Yeah, okay. I'm cycling for Corsairs. Okay, I could also just roll 3 6s anyway. That helps. Okay, well, that went better than I could have possibly imagined. Okay, I'll stop complaining about my luck now. Now I get a Swarm Bats. Swarm Bats would have been useful, at Old Forest Road or at Dale. One of those 2 anyway. Okay, Gondor's coming to war. I think it feels inefficient attack-wise, but I think I want to play Many Kings to the service of Mordor right now just because I like all 6 of these cards. So I'd rather not be quite as scrunched. And it's still a useful thing done anyway. Well, he probably picked up Dane anyway. But the real nice news for me, though, is the fact that all the Northmen are dead outside Woodland Realm means that, what do you call it? He can't do any of his annoying retaking Dale things that Free People's players are want to doing. Okay. Because I have to. 3 more this time. That's a bummer. Okay, well, at least no Wills of the West, so it's less likely he'll get Gandalf. But yeah, rolling 4 eyes is bad news bears for sure. Slows down the attack and increases the odds that he gets to kill Gandalf and thereby, get Gandalf next turn anyway. Humphrey Dumphrey, as they say. So I'm kind of tempted to play Orcs Multiplying, muster the Southrons to war, and then, get armies walking. I think that makes sense. It's efficient use of all 5 dice that I have anyway. Yeah, see, told you. There's Dane. Every single card you could possibly hope for. Well, on the plus side, I also now know that the dew line is not getting any stronger, so there's no rush to finish it off now whatsoever. There's literally not a single card that could make it stronger, except, Book of Mazarbul, if he does get a companion out this way anyway. Okay, well, let's finish getting the Southerns to war anyway. Battleship moves. It's hit. 0 reveal would be ideal. High. So that's 2R. Okay, well, if he is going to die from corruption, that's a fantastic thing to happen. Just getting that value from an eye anyway. Obviously, the Fellowship goes through Mordor because they need speed more than health right now. We draw preferably a 3. Nice, a 3. Okay. Yeah, again, if we are going to win by corruption, Strider. I'm pretty sure he prefers that I drop it. I'll ask anyway. Okay, Strider. Darn it. That would have been pretty lucky. The first one, Okay. The other plus side to sweeping down on Rohan is that now I could do Orcs multiplying, and with my 2 walking, I could bring this Dol Guldur army and set it on top of the Fellowship for extra rerolls next turn. That's always nice. Really? Hiding with the character die? I was sure he was going to hide with the muster die and then move again. But, hey, yeah, you do you. Free country. If you have something exciting to do with that muster die, then yeah, that's great. Like getting to Gondor to war is nice for sure. Because now you can start mustering up in Dol Amroth. Okay. So you might be wondering, what's the plan, Bob? I don't know. Roll less eyes this turn. That's the start of the plan anyway. Foul thing. Great. Love it. Desperate battle. Darn it, man. So I'm also drawing good cards, just probably not quite as spectacularly good as his anyway. So now I have to pick one of these to chuck. Oof, which is tough for sure. So, let's see. Fellowship has not been hit a lot thus far. So that kind of makes the red tile's value less, just because it's less likely that it'll show up. These are all great combat cards. Grand is fantastic. Swarm Bats is fantastic. And Foul Thing, just the fact that you get a shot at killing Strider. Yeah, it's very sad. I think chucking the red tile is the way to go. I might live to regret that. It's hard to know for sure that you regret it when you chuck a red tile, though, because like you don't know if it would have shown got drawn or not. Whereas if I kept it and Fellowship hit it, then I'd obviously be able to say, yes, I'm very, very glad that. Awesome. Love the 0 eyes. 0 movement, please. Oof. Okay. Well, that's a fantastic turn for him. So yeah, here comes Gandalf, and he gets to move twice. So that's great. I'm tempted to hit him with Foul Thing from the deep right now, just because, if I reveal him, which is actually pretty good odds, then, and if I kill Strider, then, good news bears. But then I'm wasting a character die on it, and I don't love that. So, I don't know. The other question we got asked is, what am I doing with these 3 muster die? I don't know. Something funny, probably. We could let him move first before we play Foul Thing. Does that actually make any difference? It doesn't really make any difference. Okay. Yeah, I think I like playing Foul Thing from the first. Then I think we're going to pivot leadership here, and then with our 3 attacks, we're going to go put Helm's Deep under siege. And we're going to use Swarm of Bats against West Emnet here, so that we hopefully get to kill some of those guys and force him to maybe use a character die to move those troops over that way. So yeah, Foul Thing from the deep. Here we go. 1R. Perfect. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take the random, and maybe Strider. Pippin. Darn. Okay. It's very efficient. At least I revealed them, though. That's something. Which doesn't actually make a big difference. Since he still has Strider, he can just hide with the Palantir and then move twice. But at least, though, if he gets hit on the first one and revealed, now he can't move twice this turn. So that would be neat anyway. Yeah, use the Palantir to hide. So I have these 3 muster dice. I should probably use those first before I do my other things here. I could muster up a bunch in Orthanc. Just, to have reinforcements for finishing destroying Gondor. Yeah, I don't mind that. Yeah, and honestly, just adding elites is actually the best way to go. Like, you can use the turn regulars into elites function, but it doesn't really make much of a difference, I could also muster in more Nazgul. Is that worth it? I'm about to do a character movement just to rearrange Nazgul. So it's not necessarily the worst idea I ever heard. It's not quite a good one either, though, Let's leave that muster for later, just in case he's thinking about doing something cheeky with maybe a Free People's Military attempt, No, he's not, though. Like you could maybe try to get into Moria, but one of these guys is probably going to survive and retreat into Moria anyway. So, what do you do with the Drunken Sailor? The other plus side to swooping down on Rohan here is that I'm actually really close to getting the Mouth. Just like this army has to come and put the dwarves under siege and attack once, and then I'm about to put Helm's Deep under siege right now. So then that's all nations at war, and Mouth we go. Yeah, okay. Let's go ahead and move our Nazgis. I think just putting them all here makes sense, right? Yeah. Yeah, I'll want them all for the fights that are about to happen. Do I leave an Orc or a Nazgul? I think I leave a Nazgul, just because it's only one reroll that I'm getting right now anyway. So. Yeah, I'm going to play Swarm of Bats. Yeah, please. There's 2, 3. Very nice. Okay, that is a big deal for me for sure. And Rohan moves another step down as I conquer West Emnet. And I get to draw a strategy card. So he could use a character die to move this army back to Helm's Deep. Is it worth it, though? It's not. I think that's the right call that it's not. Oh, but he gets hit. Please reveal. And it's a reveal. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that hurts. Just the fact that you don't get to move twice against one eye just because of that obnoxious reveal. Oh, that's so annoying. I think I'm just going to put a few orcs to besiege it, specifically with the plan of, finishing off Edoras and Fold here. So he could spend a ring to muster there first. But yeah, he hides the Fellowship, an entirely natural choice, of course. So I will continue my mustering of Orthanc. And there we go. So yeah, Rohan is absolutely scredoodled. That was some good, some lucky action dice for me, anyway. And to end the rolls in the combat there. I mean, it's not insanely lucky to get 3 hits on 10 dice. There's Corsairs. Perfect. Okay. So I think I chuck Lure of the Ring here just because everything else is better. Like, maybe I could chuck Hill Trolls, actually. Lure of the Ring has a high chance of getting Strider. Relatively high, anyway. It's also nice that there's the pressure of Rohan being at war and wanting to do something about that. That makes it less likely he's going to muster in Dol Amroth first, and then I can go ahead and put it under siege with Corsairs that I just drew. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep Hill Trolls just because it's such a good combat card for... Oh, no, I just chucked it. Lol. There we go. Buy to Lure of the Ring. One eye because I have to. Only one more eye, that's decent. A couple musters and a couple movement for him, that is also decent. So what do you prioritize as the free peoples? Mustering and Rohan a reasonable choice for sure. That's what I'm expecting anyway. Yep. Just because that slows me down so much. If he hadn't mustered, oh no, he's thinking about it. Okay. If he doesn't muster, then I can use an army dying, take out both these settlements for free right now. So that's something. Oh no, he did. He saw it coming. I'm amazed that he predicted that actually. So the question is, do I put Corsairs? Do I put it under siege now and then let him also muster in Rohan, or do I take my free Rohan, let him muster again, and then play Corsairs? I think that's actually the better way to do it for me, just because Rohan is such a pain in the butt right now. And yeah, I think that really does make more sense. Now the Fellowship moves and is safe. And now I'm going to go ahead and play Corsairs. Like, there's a decent chance he has one strategy card. It might be Círdan, it might be Imrahil. We don't know anyway. So I think how I want to play the rest of this turn is I'm going to use a character die to move into Helm's Deep. Okay, Fellowship moves again. 2 dice. Hit. On reveal. Okay, so the Fellowship is making good speed, so that's bad news for me. But, I mean, my military is making okay speed anyway. Like, I haven't actually conquered a lot, but I have both Dol Amroth and Helm's Deep in decent situations. Woodland Realm is also, again, a decent situation. Erebor is not a decent situation. So let's see. To get them out this turn, I would need to pivot my leadership here right now, and then attack, and then I could bring them out then. So I guess the next question is that worth it? Because I could also, pivot leadership down to Dol Amroth and try to blow it up first. But I do really like having extra dice around, You know what we could do? Okay, I don't mind this. So say we pivot leadership, but we only put one Nazgul here, and then we besiege Erebor and attack it once just to get them to war, not with any plan of actually taking it. So that's all 3 character dice. But then I bring in the mouth, and I can use this one as an attack. So I could put the bulk of my leadership in Dol Amroth and still try to take it out this turn. I really like that idea, actually. And we can also, of course, put a Nazgul on the Fellowship, so that's pretty cute. The downside is I don't love leaving Rohan in the shape where it is right now, but I don't know. What can you do? Like, I'm not that scared of those 2 regulars, right? Like, even if they do put up a bit of a fuss, like if they played Help Unlooked For and managed to break into Helm's Deep, I have this huge army in Northank. Like, I'm going to get it anyway. Okay, Fellowship hides. Entirely reasonable. I'm assuming they're going to go into siege anyway. Other question, do I want to play a card here? I don't think so. Yeah, no card. Okay, he gets a cute little pre-attack. Gets no hits. I get 1 hit, which is okay. It's about what you'd expect. He gets only 1 hit back. That is less than you'd expect. So, with a start like that, who knows? Maybe I will go to Erebor later. Not pressing. Expecting him to pass. Yeah. In comes the mouth. I think putting him with the Minas Morgul army makes sense, just so it has leadership to move. Yeah, because if he had something to help Dol Amroth, he would have helped already, you know? Yeah, see a regular mustering in Polar Gear. So I kind of wish that I could use Grond, because Grond is such a good tool for blowing up Dol Amroth, so you get it in one shot. But I don't, not only do I not have a ring, so I can't, but I don't think I need it either. So just with the strategy card cycling he's done, I really want to blow up Dol Amroth right now. So I think I'm going to open with Hill Trolls, just, you know, to hopefully bait out a Daylight or something. And then press into Deadly Strife and press into another Deadly Strife if I need to. Like, using it here isn't as good as getting it from all the... Oh, no card. Okay. 3 6s, please. 2 6s. Okay, great. I'll take it. Kind of wish I'd played my Deadly Strife there. That would have been just 5 hits and it would be over. Here's my post. 2. Wow, okay, I'm just rolling like a madman. I guess I don't need to use my Deadly Strikes here. So I get to draw a strategy card. I mean, I have to chuck a card anyway, so I think I'll use a Desperate Battle here just to finish it off and still have a strong army left in case some nasty shenanigans happen. On my 1, he gets 1. Well, the fact that I didn't roll a 6 there also helps make it, you know, slightly more likely that that Desperate Battle made the difference. Like, maybe my leader reroll would have rolled a 6, but maybe not. And we don't know because we don't need to know at the moment. Day of that Dawn, always happy to see it. Especially if he rolls 5 Will to the West right now. That'd be even better. Okay, don't love that roll. Don't hate it. Don't love it. 5 Wills to the West, please. Yeah, I was a little confused when he said ready there. Okay, 3 movement. Yeah, that's plenty. Especially because I don't have Cruel Weather. He doesn't know that, but yeah, you know that. Move the Fellowship first. Nope, help unlooked for... Yeah, against Helm's Deep. There you go. So he rolls 2 dice and I roll 2 dice. I don't have any cards that really make sense here because I don't have any Nazgul leadership, right? Yeah, I think that's a good choice on his part to play it first. I think no card makes the most sense. Okay. Oh, not a hit would be so... Ah, darn. Nice. So I roll 2 dice. 2 hits would be great. 2. Oh, that's... Man, that's so unlucky. I feel like my dice have been just way too strong. Just like stronger than is fair, anyway, you know? Let's look at the statistics. Yeah, I'm at +6 on 5, +3 on 6s. So, yeah, there you go. So naturally, I'm going to use the Mouth ability to put Helm's Deep under siege before he can muster it all. He could stick around for a field battle, but with only 1 regular, that's... yeah. The Mouth came up huge here because, like he's pointing out, I don't have any army dice this turn. So that army wouldn't have been able to attack if I didn't have the Mouth. Okay, so 3 dice and 1 more, no hits. Which begs the next question. What do we do? So I could play Nazgul Search now just to waste more of his dice. But what is he doing with that muster die? I'm not really scared of that muster die, you know? So, I don't know. What do I do? Yeah, I don't think it makes sense to bother playing Nazgul Search right now, unless I'm using it just to pivot leadership. That would be a reasonable use anyway. Um, So we also got to ask the question now: where are my 10 points coming from? So I've got 5 neatly from Dol Amroth and up here, and I think these armies put together can get Woodland Realm for sure. Probably not both. So I could, just finish off Helm's Deep and finish off these 2 strongholds. That's possible for sure. I'm just not in love with my odds about Erebor, and just the strength of the armies isn't grand. So maybe I just shift down and go get Woodland Realm, and then go get 2 more points elsewhere. Like this army from Orthanc could go and get Minas Tirith, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 away, or Rivendell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 away. But there's power too great, and they can muster up naturally. Let's give him a until I know I'm thinking. He's definitely going to move again next, just so that I don't get a chance to hit him with Cruel Weather. Right. So if I'm going to pivot with Nazgul Search, it should be now. WC then? I'm not sure what he means. He might have meant CW, Cruel Weather. Like as in, oh nice, it looks like you don't have Cruel Weather. The other plus side to if I use Nazgul Search is that if he, then he can use the token to go last. So, yeah. But on the other hand, I don't have Cruel Weather. There's 17 cards out there. It's not that likely I'm about to pick it up, right? So, I don't know what to do. Yeah, I also have these 10 regulars right here. Maybe I should give up on Erebor and go after Minas Tirith. I think that's not an unreasonable choice anyway. So we can muster up a couple more wargs before we set sail then. And you know what? We can also move and just hope he doesn't get revealed. That doesn't seem unreasonable to me. Yeah, so I'll be surprised if he doesn't move again right now. Oh no, yeah, okay. I guess I'm kind of telling him that I haven't got what do you call it? Cruel Weather or anything. So here we are. So I'm finishing mustering up at Orthanc, and hopefully just the gigantic strength of these elites will be enough to blow up Helm's Deep. And yeah, it'll be a hoot. What do I do now? So I could use Nazgul Search to pivot. I gotta figure out what I'm actually trying to do here, What I really should do is take Woodland Realm and then play Return to Valinor for the event. That would be strong. Yes, I'm very funny. Man, I don't know what to do. I might just go ahead and play Nazgul Search anyway, just to waste his dice. Aren't you so glad you turned in to hear me grunt about stuff for a while? It's pretty cool, right? The other thing we could do, so we play Nazgul Search and pivot Nazgul over to Minas Morgul, and then we can use these 2 character dice to get to Osgiliath anyway. So then at least Minas Tirith won't have had as much time to muster up before we have it besieged anyway. That's something we could do. Then this also begs the question, what am I doing with this last Palantir? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Let's just do it. Okay, so now he's revealed anyway. So, la-di-la. Okay, there they are, North Athelion. So now it's his turn. He'll hide. And I will move my army out here to North Athelion and say, ooga booga, look at me, I'm scary. And yet, I think I might actually leave. I'm going to leave 1 regular in Minas Morgul just because I'm a little scared about Free People's military things. Fellowship moves again. Ow. Safe. Unreal. I'm going to draw a character card with this. Then, wow, I was not expecting them to be safe. Yeah, Crowweather would have been neat there. Yeah, can't get everything you want. I'm surprised he didn't use the token to wait for the end. Oh, he's using a token to move again. Wow, that is not necessary. Okay, there's hit once, hit twice, 2R. I'm so surprised he didn't use a token to wait to go last. So, like, he didn't need to move twice like that. But okay, yeah, he's definitely in Mordor now. Okay, so he took the 2 corruption and it's revealing there, and it's an I. So I and then the 2R would have been nicer for me, but here we are. I feel like I might as well use a card because, again, I like all these cards, right? So I'm just going to use this one, just to increase the odds that I blow those 2 up. Yeah, there you go. And he also gets 2. All right, and I get another strategy card. Neat. Oh, darn it, so that didn't help my problem at all. But on the plus side, now it's Threats and Promises, which I'm very content to throw out. So. Now Cruel Weather shows up. Typical. Okay, Denethor's Folly, shockingly helpful in a situation like this. So I think... Oh, but actually, these Devil Reservoir Thanks are all actually pretty good because the plan is bringing this big, army of Isengarders to help. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe he thought I was bluffing. Maybe he thought I was bluffing with that draw from the Palantir there. That'd be a reasonable thought. Okay, so I think maybe I'd check Day Without Dawn too. Like, that's not an insane choice just because, then the pressure is still out there and all these other cards are pretty good for military. Like, Denethor's Folly is uniquely useful right now since Minas Tirith is the last stronghold I want to blow up. Well, I mean, that and Woodland Realm, right? But anyway. Gosh. Okay. So he's put the eyes back in already. So 1 eye, and off we go. A few more eyes. I like that. Only 1 movement. I like that. Very good news for me. Yeah, mustering in Minas Tirith first. That makes a lot of sense. And actually, I go ahead and put Minas Tirith under siege. I think he's thinking about doing a field battle there. Probably the right choice to not go after it. Watch him have guards of the Citadel right now, too. Lol, what? I think he hit the wrong button there. So he killed that mustard eye without having done something. Did you? Oh, he hid the fellowship. Okay, yeah. Have a brain, Robert. Have a brain. Okay, so I should come up with a plan for how I'm going to win this turn. Sound good? Sound good. Okay. So I've got my 2 points from cities, so I don't need to bother hunting down Pelargir. I need to crack Helm's Deep, which should be doable enough. And I also need to take Minas Tirith and Woodland Realm. So I don't think I'm going to win this turn. But he's only moving once, though, so... he might move twice, actually, because he has rings to burn, so that helps. So I could play Denethor's Folly, and then I could play Grond. I'm not sure if I want to, though, just because I only have 7 regulars here, you know. So I could use these 2 army movements to move this army down to Woodland Realm and move this army to Orthanc. Then 1 character die to finish it off, and then I'd have 2 character dice and 2 Palantirs left. So I could get that army most of the way back to Minas Tirith. I could use Grond to finish off Helm's Deep. That feels like a waste, though. I don't have a better plan, though. So let's see. There's 6 units on there right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And that neatly leaves 5 regulars guarding Erebor. So that makes the sortie very unpleasant for him. He has 4 character cards, and we've already seen 1 Ent go, so I think I'll leave 4 regulars there to protect him. 6 elites should be lots to help the crushing Helm's Deep / Minas Tirith effort. Expect Fellowship to move now. Yeah, before I chuck a red tile in there. 1 reveal, that's okay. Okay, so this army goes here, and this army minus the orc goes there. Not expecting to need a card. You should be able to just roll a 6. 1 6, please. 1. There you go. Moves again. Yeah. I would be nice. 3. That's okay. Random Strider would be neat. Random Strider. Gimli. Meh. Okay, so I only need 4 points, and I do have this many dice. So, I don't know. If I got lucky blowing up Minas Tirith, like I can pivot leadership, What are the odds he can dunk next turn? He does have Strider and a Ring, and he only needs to take 3 steps. So that is actually pretty bad. So I could use 1 to pivot leadership. Okay, maybe 1 to weaken Minas 1 Palantir to play Grand, and then 1 character die to pivot to leadership to Woodland Realm, and then the Ring to try to blow it up. That's not great, but I think that's the best chance I've got. And yet, it's only 7 regulars against 7 hit points inside Minas Tirith. Like, that's just not that likely to go well, you know? Okay. Well, if I just run this turn, I could get this army all the way to Druid Forest, so that's very good odds for blowing them up next turn anyway. I can use 1 Palantir to, I don't know, play Denethor's Folly. We might as well walk this army out so that it's nearby to help, you know. Technically, I should have waited for him to pass in between each one of these actions. I'm going to be bummed if I lose this. I definitely felt like I had the lead earlier on anyway. Yeah, if he just, you know, gets enough movement and wins this turn, then yeah, maybe that's me officially, you know, should have. Okay, so I have 2 Deadly Stripes, Desperate Battle, Grand. I think I checked out for spells here. Maybe Cruel Weather, actually, just because this is a playable character card that doesn't need me to forfeit Nazgul Leadership. But Cruel Weather, I could still play a Woodland Realm if I need to. So, but on the other hand, if I have a ton of Palantirs, this is useful. So, yeah, and I have lots of combat cards I want to play, so I'll check Cruel Weather. So I could, alternatively, I was about to do my usual, you know, 1 eye in and off we go, but perhaps I shouldn't do that yet, because I could put in 3 eyes in the hopes of corruption, because I don't think he pulled any eyes yet. Yeah, there's 4 eyes in there out of 9 tiles. So if I put in 3 eyes, what are the odds that it that not only that I can win this turn, but that he cannot dunk because it would corrupt him? I think it's pretty good. Like, especially since I have candles, like if, you know, if I roll a couple more eyes and he takes a hit and that's a loose strider and go up to 10, maybe I can kill him with candles. So I think I will allocate 3 eyes. Because, you know, if I don't and he just races, then yeah, I didn't roll any more eyes anyway. So hopefully this is enough that I can dunk anyway. That is for sure enough that he can dunk while he has strider anyway. Okay. An eye, please, to justify my choice. 3. Darn it. Well, that's still okay anyway. If he takes a random and pulls a Hobbit, though, then he's officially within dying distance to candles. So that's something anyway. Right, because the other downside, if he takes... oh, he just eats it up to 10. Ooh. Threat level midnight. So he might have Athelos and he's planning on healing before he moves again. So maybe I need to play candles like right now. I think I need to play candles right now and try to kill him. I think I gotta. Just because what if he's about to heal? He might be about to heal. And he just didn't want to lose Strider. And we roll 3 dice and... oh! Man. Oh, that's so frustrating. That's literally 50-50 that I won the game. One in very low odds that I just lost like that right there. Or that I accomplished literally nothing. And yeah, I was right. He had Athelos. And he's probably going to roll for 3, and then he's going to move, and then... Okay, well, at least he only healed 1. Yeah, that's probably still the game right there, though. Well, at least it was a good show, as they say. Yeah, because, like, is there any combination where he loses now? I don't think there is. Well, actually, so I guess what I ought to be doing right now is... I ought to be cycling character cards at Minas Tirith right now, because I could still play one with a ring. So I guess I got to cycle Grond that way. Yeah, okay, so be it. All right, and obviously he can't play a card because Denethor. I can't see what I rolled. Okay, no hits. Oh, that doesn't feel good. I wish I'd just murdered him. I would have felt better. Okay, well, that is something that I can play. So if he, gets hit and revealed, then I can play Breaking and, maybe do something horrible. But it's a 2, so he's just fine. That's frustrating. That's really frustrating. Yep, that's 100% GG. Yeah, now we lose Strider. Great, thanks. Well, actually, let's see. There's 5 eyes in there. He can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah. So what I got to do now is use my ring to put in this die result as an eye, so that if he moves and hits an eye, then he dies this turn anyway. He will still, almost definitely live to see next turn. But yeah, here we are. Yeah, so with these 4 dice where I can't move my, leadership around at all, I've got to try to take both Woodland Realm and Minas Tirith to force him into moving. Technically, it was still my turn, so I shouldn't have passed, but that makes no difference anyway. So I think I should move these 2 regulars here, just so that they're there for backup, because I have to attack here once. Now I can attack here once. Well, hang on a second. Okay, so I have 4 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so there's no reinforcements to bring here anyway. So I might as well bring these guys like that. And bring in the 7 elites and the Nazgul. And throw out a shameful amount of units to the stacking limit. I guess I'll cycle this one first anyway. The fact that he didn't hit an eye either of those times that's pretty frustrating to me. Anyway. Orc Patrol. Well, definitely not going to play that against the Hunt Pool. And also definitely not going to play it up north against Woodland Realm, so I'm going to save the Desperate Battles and the Deadly Stripes and the Desperate Battle for that anyway. All right, I should just keep plunking my cards down here. Okay. I wish I was saving these 6s for up north. Yeah. Okay, so at least I got Minas Tirith anyway. The plus side is the fact that I'm threatening it it means that he kind of... Oh, no, but he can use his token to go last and see if I do it or not, and then see if he has to move or not. That's really sharp. He probably sees that. He's a good player. Nope, he's using the token. Oh, no, well, it still gives him that tempo change anyway. So, yeah. And drawing the character card now means that he's, more likely to get to hold on to what have you. Okay, so obviously I'm attacking Woodland Realm. I think he's going to open with his best cards against my strategy card, so I think I'm going to open with Desperate Battle. Yeah, I think so. And then into the Deadly Strifes, hopefully dodging his Daylights and Shield Walls. Yeah. Okay. -1, 1. Good Shield Wall. Oof. Well, we've already seen Hill Trolls go, so there's no need to hang on to Sauron regulars. It doesn't really make a difference. Alternatively, he could also sortie out of Erebor and then push these regulars back to Dale, and then if I conquer Woodland Realm, he could attack Dale. And, that would be a way of keeping me off 10 points this turn. That's probably the right thing to do, actually. On the plus side, he also only has one more strategy card, so hopefully it's not a Daylight to ruin my Deadly Strifes anyway. Feels really weird rolling with 0 leadership like that. That's not the plan A, usually, It's just, yep. It might have been a mistake, too, to open with Desperate Battle, just because since I'm giving them all this extra rerolls on their combat dice, maybe I should have opened with one that was going to hopefully lower their troops more anyway, so that the next ones I play are better. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, he just put an Elf in Lorien. That's what he's doing with the mustard die. Okay, so he's not doing the attacking Dale plan. So obviously I'm attacking Woodland Realm. And we will open with Deadly Strife. And hope that all the elves return to Valinor. Another shield wall. 5 hits, please. 4, that's good. That is 3 hits from him. So I think it makes the most sense to take casualties like that, and then I can press one more time and play my last Deadly Strife and at least get full combat value out of it. He's out of strategy cards, so there's no Daylight here. There's a Heroic Death, though. Nice, so I need 3 hits. Nice, huge. Okay, so I actually got it. That helps a lot. So he gets 2 hits back. Not that makes a huge difference. Now we're up to 10 points, so now he has to move here, because I don't think there's any way for... he has to use a ring to move. And just knowing my luck, he's probably going to... Yeah, so 4 that he dies, 3 that he lives. Aye, please. Yes! Oh, thank goodness. Whew! Wow, what a game. Holy moly. Yep. Yeah, that was pretty well played on both our parts, I think. I think I got a bit unlucky with some of the pulls in Mordor, but this turn I got lucky, though. So I'm also glad that my justification of putting those 3 eyes in at the start came up huge here, because partway through the turn, where it was looking like I wasn't going to be able to get to 10 points, it started to look really bad that I put those eyes in, especially when he didn't pull an eye the first couple times. Whew. Okay. Well, that I won anyway. That it always feels bad when you feel like you're winning and then it gets taken away from you right at the end. That happens to me sometimes, especially as a shadow player, because I'm just, especially military's just cruising along and I'm really feeling it, and then the Fellowship just races up the Mordor track like that. That can feel really bad sometimes. So anyway, glad that luck decided to favor me one last time at the end there. Okay, so by the end, I was +9 on 5s, but -3 on 6s. So that's an interesting combination. Also, +3 on 4s. Yeah, those 4s came up big because I rolled several 4s in those last two battles against Woodland Realm there. Crazy stuff. I think he probably should have sortied out of Erebor there. Oh my gosh, wow, he had all these cards. Crazy. Oh, you know what else is frustrating? If candles had hit for even one, I wouldn't have had to use a ring to put an eye in there. And then I would have had that ring for pivoting leadership, and then this wouldn't have even been this close. Yeah, so I think he really should have sortied out of Erebor. But then again, maybe the dice would have been cruel to him, and I would have won that fight anyway. Because I would have only stuck around for one field battle, right? And then retreated to Dale. So it's 5 combat dice to 5 combat dice. But he does have 2 more hit points and 2 leadership. But I do have 1 hit point. I'm joining back in Dale, so would have been a close fight anyway. Wow, what a game. I'm really glad I picked this one to do a live commentary on, because deciding to do this while I'm filming, I was really... I've lost the 50-50 2 times. I wonder what the other 50-50 is he's referring to. Maybe Othwas? Yeah, okay. Let's see. We looked at statistics, closing comments. I think we're probably done then. Oh, only an hour long? I thought it was more than that. Oh, right. I did pause earlier. Okay, so more like an hour and a half, probably. Did I stop the video? I can't remember. No, still going. Okay. Hi, everyone who's still here. I got distracted because he had something else to say. I thought he was saying bye. But yeah. Yeah, so he's talking about whether, back when I took Carrick after the North got put to war, about whether he should have mustered there or not. I was surprised that he didn't at the time, but he mustered Gondor to war with that die instead, which is also a reasonable choice for sure. Like, he got an elite in Dol Amroth, and if I hadn't picked up Corsairs when I did, then it would have had more. Yeah. This game is so cruel like that. So many tough choices to make. Anyway, tune in next time for more cruelty. Bye.